I almost can't believe what just happened. I just got home from a walk where I talk through today's themes and walk you through some balances. And I got a very shiny message in the sky. So I hope you guys stick around, do these balances. Let's talk about it. If you don't know me, I'm Victoria. I'm the Rapid Renegade. I help you raise your consciousness, integrate your spiritual gifts, activate your soul DNA. And today's message is around class consciousness and being unafraid. Okay, so today's message comes from higher level consciousness, obviously, as it always does. But it's this idea that we can survive and thrive independent from our financial situation or our money. And it's really, really important that we balance this today, because we will not achieve the financial success that we want and desire if we are stuck in this moment of survival. If we're stuck in this thought that, oh, I have to make a certain amount of money in order to live the life of my dreams, or I have to do this, that, and the other. Oh my God, this is so weird. Wait. Is it spelling something? What is it spelling? What does that say? What does that say? What? Does it say Hulu? What? Is this some sort of advertising? Okay, can you guys tell what this says? Something conspiracy. Something conspiracy on Hulu? Is it Tesla? Does it say Tesla conspiracy? Guys, help me out. What is happening? Okay. Sorry, I'm kerfuffled. Okay, I think it's conspiracy on Hulu, and wouldn't you know, it says they came to Wannsee as high-ranking leaders of Germany's World War II effort. 2 hours later, they left as co-conspirators in the murder of millions of Jews. This is the story of the top-secret Nazis meeting, in which 15 men debated and ultimately agreed upon the merits of Schmittler's final solution and the extermination of the entire Jewish population of Europe. What I want to know is who paid for that advertising. Pay attention, guys. Clearly, we all need to understand that our survival and our thriving has nothing to do with the government. It has nothing to do with their ability to control us. It hasn't anything to do with our financial existence as it is today. And when we can step into alignment, when we can align to our energetic blueprint, when we can activate our soul gifts, when we can amplify our unique soul's expression, that's when we thrive. And by thriving, we align ourselves to prosperity, to abundance, to opportunities, to connections. And so it's super important that we do this balance today. So the first thing we're going to do is a transformation of stress around class consciousness, this idea of hierarchies and upward kind of social climbing and the oligarchy and the 1% and the rich. We have to eliminate all of the stress around the concept of this idea, and so we can start to build into reprogramming ourselves and taking back our power and understanding that, you know, our subconscious system is never going to allow us to become rich, to become famous, to become one of the elites if we believe they're dangerous, right? In that conspiracy, it shows, right, in history, they've been very dangerous people. And so we, as the general population, will always avoid at all costs to not become a dangerous person, right? There's many of us who want to still align with our morals and our values, and we want to take care of humanity. But the reality is that we need resources to do that. And so the first balance we're going to do is a transformation of stress. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left ankle, your right wrist over your left wrist. You're going to turn your palms facing down and in. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, right wrist over left wrist. You're going to clasp your fingers like this. You're gonna have them in your lap, or you can curl them up toward your heart. Hopefully you're sitting, right? So right ankle over left ankle, right wrist over left wrist. You're gonna close your eyes. You're gonna bring to mind anything that comes to mind when it comes to class consciousness, oligarchy, 1%, riches, elite. And you are gonna wait until you experience peace and non-attachment around all of these concepts and ideas. You have as much time as you need. Please pause the video. Okay, so once you have finished your balance, you're gonna put all 10 fingertips together. And the process is complete. Okay, so we have to understand that we have a history to look at where Germans did not. They did not have the history to look back on. They could not draw the parallels between, maybe Mussolini and Schmittler. We have a direct parallel. We have technology, we have history on our side, and we can't be fooled to think that a few people on the internet who believe this kind of worldview should be the all so mighty powerful are the majority. They're not. But it is the majority who turn their backs, who accept, who don't say anything, who are too afraid, who go along with it until it's too late. And we have these shows, like I'm gonna actually watch this conspiracy show, to show us the truth and the hidden worlds. And when we become aware of the hidden worlds, we can easily dismantle them. We can just be like, yeah, no, we're not gonna do that, right? So that's what this is all about. It's about class consciousness. It's about understanding that our financial situation does not determine whether we survive or thrive. We are moving out of that old paradigm. We are moving out of that old narrative. And that is why it's taking such an outward control grab to pull us back into that paradigm. And we're choosing not to go, okay? So let me see if there's anything else that we need to integrate. All right, let me figure out what that is. All right, so the message that came through is, I am unafraid. It's a pretty big one. So we're gonna say with our eyes open, looking down, I am unafraid out loud. Go left ankle over right ankle and left wrist over right wrist. So now we're left over right, okay? Interlacing our fingers, putting them in our lap, curling them up toward our heart. We are closing our eyes. We are repeating the goal statement. I am unafraid until you embody it, until you experience that physical, emotional, or mental shift. You have as much time as you need. Pause the video. Okay, all 10 fingertips together. We're locking in the change. You're gonna say out loud, eyes open, looking down, I am unafraid. All right, it's testing complete. Here's the deal, is that power and force used to equal control. And what we are moving into, the higher level consciousness and awareness, is where power resides. We are moving out of force and into intrinsic power. We as a collective have a lot of fucking work to do to raise our consciousness, to build awareness, to release our fears, to become strong in who we are, to align ourselves with our soul's purpose here, to unshackle ourselves from this psychological prison that the elites have created over centuries. Okay, this is a centuries-long thing. They are particular families that rule the world. And the more consciousness you get of that and the more awareness, the more you can start to see the patterns and the control, and that nothing is really as it seems. Sorry, Winston. So our job today is to resolve any stress, limiting beliefs, negative perceptions around this idea of class consciousness so that we can step into the next phase of power. Our job is to become unafraid, unapologetic about who we are, what we're here to do, and our intrinsic power that they cannot take away from us. It is when we submit, when we are afraid, and when we feel like we're hopeless or we have no control is when we give up our power. And that's what they're fucking counting on. So do not let that happen. Allow yourself to integrate these beliefs. Please tell me what you experienced in the comment section, and I will see you tomorrow for tomorrow's message.